the whole equipment industry, of course, has changed a lot over the years. We started out as making tools. The equipment manufacturer, the semiconductor manufacturer would kind of specify and say, well, we have a new process. We need this. Why don't you go off and do that, right? And over the years, that relationship has changed tremendously. And the reason it changed is the semiconductor manufacturer, as his process got more and more complex and cost of capital went up, recognized that they couldn't get the economy of scale for designing their own equipment. So they started to outsource more and more. And of course, as they started to outsource more and more, the capital equipment manufacturers gained more and more expertise. And I think that's true. By the way, that's true of almost all industry. It starts out that when an industry is very young, the first pioneers in the industry have to be vertically integrated because there is no place for them to get the skills that they need outside of themselves. And as the industry matures, of course, they outsource more and more. And of course, the very, very big change for the semiconductor industry was in the 80s, in the early 80s, with the advent of Semitech, because the United States manufacturers at that time recognized that they were under a worldwide assault from Japan, and somehow they had to get better and more efficient at what they were doing. And with the advent of Semitech, if there was ever an end of them doing equipment for themselves, or if there was an end for the very adversarial relationship between the semiconductor manufacturer, device manufacturer, and the equipment manufacturer, was that, because at that point everyone realized that either we learned to cooperate with one another and we learned to do what we did best, or we would all wither on the vine. And so once Semitech was formed, we found a somewhat different relationship between the semiconductor manufacturer and the equipment manufacturer, which was one where the semiconductor manufacturer was much more willing to share its future plans. Prior to that, no semiconductor manufacturer, no device manufacturer would tell you what their plans were for the next few years. And so as an equipment manufacturer, it was very, very difficult to try to figure out what you should be designing.